Hey, welcome to Real Talk with Kimberly Magette. We have decided to start a podcast because we just sit around the office sometimes and talk about just life and real estate, obviously, dating in my 40s, dating in our 20s. And so we just decided to kind of throw this out there and so you guys can get to know us a little bit and share some of the things that we talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm behind the camera today, but I'm Hannah. I'm Kimberly's new assistant, and I am in my 20s, so we're going to be talking about, life in your 40s and life in your 20s and what that looks like. And real estate, because, we do have some conversations sometimes.
All the things. Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been seeing recently?
Gosh.
In the media?
It's so funny, Hannah. I was just talking to one of my close girlfriends. So I've been in real estate. This is my 8th year. And Catherine's a close girlfriend of mine. Great agent. I work with some really good agents and I bounce a lot of things off her. And we were laughing the other day that real estate is really turned into the wild, wild west. It's just crazy. I think when COVID hit, literally everybody became a realtor.
Yeah.
And so, but it's changed really within the last year. You actually have to know what you're doing. You have to know how to navigate a contract. And so her and I call each other a lot. And, oh my gosh, I've complained to you a lot because I'll see we saw a listing agent the other day, brand new agent. He put the code to the seller's house in the MLS.
Yeah.
Right. And so for people that don't know what that means, we'll set up buyers, we send out houses to them, and you don't have to be pre-screened. You could be, a child molester, you could be a robber, you can be anybody, and that gets sent to them.
Yeah. They know how to get into a house.
Correct. So scary, right?
It's crazy.
So these sellers have no idea.
Yeah.
And then I see a lot of times listing agents are like, buyers agents need to verify square footage. They need to verify. No, that's the listing agent's job to make sure. So matter of fact, we had a showing set up for one of our clients and the listing agent priced the house out. She didn't verify square footage. So we had the showing set up. She called me. She didn't have the square footage correctly. And so she did a $25,000 price increase.
Wow.
Because she had the square footage wrong.
I mean, you're putting up the house. You're the listing agent.
Yep.
You should know all of the details.
You would think so.
About the house.
Yep. No, again, these agents have no idea what they're doing. And again, these sellers are hiring these people to represent them on a $500,000, $250,000 transaction.
Yeah.
And if they're getting that wrong, what are they going to get wrong when it comes to the contract or negotiating for them?
Yeah, I mean, buying a house is a very big deal,
Huge deal.
It's not something to mess around with. And I see, I don't have a lot of experience in real estate, and that's why you're teaching me, and just seeing so far what we've seen and everything, I mean, it's crazy. People just don't know what they're doing.
It's insane. And unfortunately, as a buyer or a seller, you go through this transaction. It used to be every 7 to 10 years, then it was 5 to 7 years. Now it's 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Even in 3 to 5 years, you just don't know what to ask an agent when you're hiring them, right? So I think most people, when they go to hire an agent, they simply take a referral, right? So they're like, oh, my neighbor, I hired him. He got his real estate license. So they think surely he's qualified if he got his license. No, it doesn't take much to get your real estate license. And then unfortunately, they don't teach you anything you need to know to actually run a transaction to get your real estate license.
Yeah, because I've seen, I've been, stalking social media, real estate social media, and I've seen a lot of people say the book, it's 1,000 pages. It doesn't teach you anything.
If anything, it really kind of teaches us more how to stay out of jail. Out of real estate
jail. Which is important,
It is, which is actually, sadly, I know of some real estate agents that have gone to prison for embezzlement and still have their real estate license. If that's not scary.
Long story short, interview your agents.
100%.
Make sure you know who their agents are. Oh my God.
Yeah, so good to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, what do you think that we're going to be talking about in this podcast? Can you give a little rundown?
Yeah, so I think this podcast is one just to get to know us, get to know me. We're going to talk a lot of real estate. Kind of let you know what's out there, how things have changed. I know the big elephant in the room is about NAR. My brother from Colorado even called, right? So
everybody wants to know about NAR. Yeah.
Everybody wants to know about that. We'll touch base on that. We'll talk about dating. I think, like I said, you and I have talked about dating, you know, ironically enough, dating in your 40s and dating in your 20s, I think we have found is not much different.
Very similar. Yeah. I mean, I think people honestly don't change, but we're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that. I'm a single mom. Raising two teenagers. I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. And, as you know, my day can change at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. I think it'll be cool to know, days in the life, like what's going on. And, we'll ask followers what they want to see as well. And I'll ask you a few questions and stuff. And what's cool, we're going to have some guests coming on, right?
We're going to bring in some industry experts and bring in some lenders, some attorneys, and just, some close girlfriends of mine that I have that I think will bring in, some interesting twists. So
very exciting.
Yeah. So we're excited to have this podcast. And any questions you guys have for us, bring it on.
All right. Bye, guys.